For a while now, we've all been under the assumption that Call of Duty is moving to a 2-year cycle, and even though this actually hasn't been officially confirmed, we've kind of all agreed it's happening because all the leakers have kind of agreed with this, and even people in the gaming industry, not just Call of Duty, but the gaming industry have also agreed with this, like Jason Schreier himself. So we've all just kind of agreed this was going to be the case because it seems very likely. And honestly, a lot of people have been speculating about a lot of different things about it, but one thing that I don't think is getting enough attention is how exactly does a second year of a Call of Duty game look? And more specifically, how does the second year of Modern Warfare 2 look? So this is something that I feel like could be a really big deal because it's going to be weird for the Call of Duty community from going to a new game every year to all of a sudden not having a new game every year. Now, as we all know, Activision has us confirmed that there is going to be something that is at least supposed to soften the blow of not having a new Call of Duty game in 2023, and all they've told us it's going to be is premium content. And all we could take from that is that it's going to cost money, because every time Activision refers to something as premium, it means it costs money. And considering they're calling it content and not title, it's definitely going to be an update. So what we know officially is that there's going to be some paid content coming to Modern Warfare 2. Now, as for what it is, we don't officially know, but that's exactly what I want to talk about. And I want to talk about from two perspectives. I want to quickly go over some leaks that have been going around of what it's supposed to be according to the leaks, and also what I kind of think it would need to do in order to be good enough to at least soften the blow of not having a Call of Duty launch. But quickly, let's talk about these leaks. And all these leaks come from the Ghost of Hope. I'll link him down in the description below. But he said a couple different things about what this premium content is going to be. He first said it's going to have every single map from Modern Warfare 2 in it. So all the original Modern Warfare 2 maps are going to be added into this Modern Warfare 2 with this update. And when he says this, I assume he's only talking about the launch maps, because if he's talking about the launch and DLC maps, like that's a ton of maps, like a really lot of maps, and I just don't see that happening. So I'm assuming it's only the launch ones, or hopefully they'll just do something smart here and just do the best ones that include DLC and just leave all the bad ones behind. But that part of the leak is kind of old. We've heard this from him a long time ago, but recently he's added on to this because he said in this premium content, it's not just going to be the OG Modern Warfare 2 maps coming back, because on top of that, they're going to be adding in maps from other Infinity Ward games, Treyarch games, and Sledgehammer games, and kind of calling it the greatest hits map pack. And those are going to be added on top of all the original Modern Warfare 2 maps that are going to be added in. And that's a ton of multiplayer maps. Like, holy, like that's at least like 20 to 25 maps that are all going to drop at one point. Definitely the biggest content drop ever. But that's not it. The Ghost of Hope says one last thing that's going to be added into this premium content, and what that's going to be is new campaign DLC, which is really cool because that's never happened in Call of Duty before, so I hope this actually does happen. Now, it doesn't say how much DLC is going to be added here, but if I had to guess, it'd probably be around 3 or 4 new missions. They're definitely not adding a full new campaign's worth of stuff here because there's just not enough time to do that. Like, the game is launching in 2022 and this premium update is dropping in 2023. They're not going to be able to have the time to make a full second campaign added with this, but I still imagine it's going to be a decent amount of missions. And that's currently where we are with these leaks. Ghost Hope may update this again in the future to say more stuff is going to be added in this, but that's what we're currently working with. Now, if we take a moment to step back and look at everything that has been leaked and we assume it's true, is this going to be good enough to kind of hold us off a year where a Call of Duty game would normally be releasing, but it's not? Well, honestly, I think for multiplayer, hell yeah it is. This is so many maps. This is more maps than you would get for an actual launch of a game. Like, it's going to be at least 20 maps if these rumors and leaks are true. Again, that's if they are true, big if they're, but if they are, like, that's a ton of multiplayer maps. Even if they are all remakes, that's a ton of content. And also, you know, the campaign side of this, campaign DLCs, as I said, never been done before. Like, that's something that's really cool. So all of that is great, and I think that is going to be probably one of the coolest, if not the coolest DLC that we've ever got for Call of Duty ever. But to me, I still feel like something is a little lacking in this. And I know it's probably just the COD Zombies player in me itching for something more than campaign and multiplayer, but to me, I feel like it has to do something with rather Spec Ops or raids, both things that we know are going to be in the game. And honestly, I feel like in this update, they just got to do something crazy with those modes too. But right now, I feel like they just are kind of up in the air with those two things, because what Infinity Ward normally does with these two, they launch with them, and then if they don't do well, then they just throw them to the side, never update them again. But if they do well, then they'll continue to update them, and that's what I imagine is going on here. There's currently no plans to add any raids or Spec Ops stuff into this premium content, but if they do well, at least one of the two game modes, then I imagine they will add something here. And if we assume it's raids, because if something's going to do well, it's probably raids, not Spec Ops, then I imagine that they'll probably add a couple raids into this update also, or this premium content. And if that's the case, I think that it would be a really solid update to a game. Definitely, I've already said it would be the biggest update in Call of Duty history, and it should be, because it's replacing a whole Call of Duty game. So to me, I think that would be good enough if they did something like I've said. But again, that just goes off if raids are going to be successful or not. Now, I do want to quickly do a little speculation of the price of this premium content, or this DLC, and to me, I think it's probably just going to be half the price of the regular game, so about $30-$35. It's definitely not going to be $70 or $60 like a full game, because there's just no way to justify that, I don't think. So it'll probably be around there, and I think that would be fair, assuming that these leaks are correct. That's a decent amount of content, and I think it would be more than worth it. And that's kind of it for this video. But before you go, I'd love to hear what you guys think about this whole situation. Assuming these leaks are correct, do you think this premium content is enough to replace the launch of a Call of Duty game or not? Let me know what your thoughts on that down in the comment section below. Regardless though, that's going to be it for me. If you guys did enjoy the video, then definitely do all that normal YouTube stuff. Like, subscribe, bell, share, and all that great stuff. But I'm going to go catch you guys next stream, video, or whatever the heck it may be. And laters, guys.